So this is what I have called Pet Shop Park, and the reason I'm here is because a number of weeks ago I came to check out a new pet store, which is just off the roundabout between Skipton Road, which is the one that's up there, and Ripon Road, which is the one that's sort of there. And just off on this side is a pet store, and in front of the pet store here is like a little park, and then next to the pet shop there is in fact a river and a walk that claims, I don't see how it can, but it claims to be an entrance to Nid Gorge. Now, being quite familiar with Nid Gorge, I would be very surprised if that got us to the gorge, but ever the explorer, I thought that we would. I thought that we'd walk along there and have a look and see what it was. The reason I've started here rather than at Hookstone Woods, which was sort of where I said we'd probably start to carry on the To the Ends of the World, To the Ends of the Earth project, is because I've got a dual function, and that's that I've got to actually go to the pet shop to buy my Christmas presents for my birds. But first, I'm going to have a little drink, a little sup here. So we're here at the start of the pet shop walk. You can see there's a river. It's running the wrong way to be the gorge. Okay, the gorge is over that way, and the river is running that way. This river is flowing in the opposite direction. However, I do have a theory that this river is the same river as Oakbeck, which would go along here somewhere and join the river flowing back. That is my suspicion. Anyway, the pet shop is up above the bridge there, and it's actually quite scenic down here. And where are they? Oh look, there they are. There's a pair of ducks. Brown one's the female, green-headed one is the male. And I've upset them. They were enjoying themselves down here until I sort of started talking, and now they're fleeing. So we're going to walk this way, and I wonder if we'll actually see if this is Oakbeck, and I don't know it is. I know Oakbeck is a river that's sort of over there, and it's flowing this way. So it could be possible that it's bent round, sort of a bit of an S shape, or it could be a completely different river. It certainly is not the Nid. Certainly is not the Nid. So we're going to go in that direction and see how far this can take us. So the route took us through a sty, and then we sort of broke away from the river a little bit. That's the main path, but there is another path down here, which is not so main. I'm just going to go down and have a look and see where this goes. It's a bit muddy, but you know, there's grass banks anyway, as long as I don't get stung by nettles. I had no idea this little bit of woodland was here, so I actually don't really know where I am. Well, it's brought us just back to the main path. There's a big sort of loop around there. I'm far more interested in this. This looks like a pine ridge, and the main path goes around that way. It's also managed to come back to the river, which is now flowing a different way, along sort of this way. If it curves back round this way, we'll be in the right direction. So, fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. So I'm back on the path between where that path breaks off and where it meets the Pine Ridge, and I found this, which is interesting. So the river, which I think is Oakbeck, seems to be heading in that direction, and then it changes direction here to run along there. I'm also interested in this. That is a dry river basin. I don't know if this has changed course naturally. I see nothing that could have altered its course, but it is interesting to note that it would at one time seemingly have covered this sort of little bit dish around here, up at least to that stump there. Maybe it once actually flowed back in that direction. I don't know, because after the stump there's no sign. When I mean stump, I mean that. After that there's no sign of a river basin carrying on in that direction. So I think it could just have been sort of like a little bit of a lake, or perhaps that bit in the middle was an island at one point, and the river sort of ran both ways around it. I don't know. Possibly that's more likely, I think, because this is a very big basin, isn't it, for a river sort of that size. So I think it was once an island with those trees there in the centre, and then for some reason this bit round here dried up. Possibly at one point the river was not so fast in flowing, and so it would have been a little more gentle. But anyway, it's quite fast flowing now, you see, round here. Still interesting, as I never knew this was here. Now I know the path goes up that way, but look, I think I could at least get up there to have a look at the top of the Pine Ridge. Look at that. So I'm going to just nip up there.